I need a book over here.
We're already on.
No, that shouldn't be there. Investing for the future generations.
Hi, Janice. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sophia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Mom, you have
Welcome,
to say
everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Sophia says first. Her message actually showed up third.
Oh, your message showed up third. Yeah. Welcome.
First person was
Janice.
Janice.
Mm-hmm. No, maybe Sophia. Just a one in a millionth of a second.
Probably. Angela Robinson on board. Hi, Angela. Hi, Ama. AME. Ama Inspire. Ama Inspire. Sham Spence says hi. Hi. I'm also seeing G. Hi, Lenny. Hi, Lenny.
Hi, Lenny. Send them the link. How do I send them the link to YouTube Live?
Let me do it.
Sophia says she typed too slow. Sophia, you're already a winner because you're on the channel. So, how was your week, everybody? Mine was pretty rough. Stress. Stressful.
It was very busy.
Yeah. It was very busy. Still feeling it, actually. And I would say today is Sunday, the end of the week. But for me, it's just beginning. Tony. So yesterday was the end for us. Today, it's just beginning.
Where should the link go?
Mohammed.
Okay.
All right. So, Shermead says, love listening to you both while I'm at work. All right, Shermead, I hope you're taking notes while you listen to us, because we do try to give you as much information as possible on what you need to go forward. Today, our actual lesson is investing for your children, investing in the future, which is actually the kids, not us.
Not us.
Yeah, we did our time. We're on our way out. Yeah, so Lenny says, both are busy and stressful week, my end. Thank you, Tony, for your encouragement during the week. No problem. That's Lenny?
Yeah, I spoke to Lenny this week.
Okay. No problem, Lenny. We all go through these times, but as somebody once said, it's not how many times you go down. It's how many times you
get back up.
You get back up. As the time you don't get back up, it's all over.
It's all over.
Yeah.
It's hard to get back up though.
Can be sometimes. Yeah. You don't have the help. But this week, as I was going through, I thought to myself, a lot of the things, the stressors that we have in life is about we're the ones who take it on.
We create our own stress.
We create our own stress, literally. Literally. Hi, Marcia from Saskatchewan.
I think you got the word right this time.
Yeah, Joy from Queens, New York City. Thank you, Joy, for joining. Yeah, we take it on ourselves. So a lot of the times we can actually de-stress by releasing.
But I think a lot of the time the stress comes because of your inability to solve a problem.
You think so?
Yeah.
But if you can't solve a problem, you ask somebody else.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to ask for help though.
Why? Asking for help is the easiest thing.
You think so?
Mm.
But what
actually asking for the help is the easiest thing. It's making the decision to ask for help. That's the problem.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
Mm-hmm. If you could only get past your inertia and just ask.
Just ask.
Yeah. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door will be open. Somebody tell me which scripture that is. I'm sure it's a scripture somewhere. You just have to open the door, right? So this week we're going to talk about and look at, but this is where we answer your question. On real estate, money, finance.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any new one this week. We seem to have answered for the entire year that we've been on. We've answered so many. I mean,
so many questions.
Yeah. Everybody on here now is supposed to can do this program, can be versed.
Yeah. So like if somebody asks a question, someone in the group should be able to answer. Maybe. And I think for the most part, they have been answering some of the questions. Right. I think they've gotten like really knowledgeable about real estate.
So maybe we should let them answer the questions.
See, Sophia says Matthew 7 verse 7.
Oh yeah, Matthew 7 verse 7. Sophia, I'm taking your word for it because I don't know where it is. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. Now what's the other one? Ask and it shall be given unto you. Right? Hi Monica, how are you? So you can ask us your questions, but this week we're gonna look at, I don't want to start the case study too early.
Until more persons
join. So you can go ahead and ask me your questions, everybody. Tony, so water. Couldn't get liquor. Something in the water, man.
Isn't that what you always ask for?
Little lime. All right, it's also in Luke 11:9. Okay, wow. It's such a profound statement that I had to do it twice. So it's at Matthew 7. That's at chapter 7, verse 7. And it's at Luke chapter 11, verse 9. A lot of you are procrastinating about asking for help. Asking for help is the easiest thing ever. And you must remember that you need a whole crew and a whole team around you to succeed, actually. When in the scriptures, when the scriptures goes that Jesus came as a babe on this earth, right? And as he got older, if you notice, he was among men. He sat at the feet of wise men. When he got older, he even got his own disciples. How many disciples did he have? Was it 12? I think it was 12. And I'm talking of my Sunday school days. And if you notice, he had 12 disciples around him. What that mean? He can't do it alone. Whatever it was that he wanted to teach or he wanted to do, he knew that he couldn't do it alone.
Because even not to call our members disciples, but you're sharing the knowledge with them, and hopefully they're going out to their friends and family and co-workers and teaching them as well.
Right.
They're not able to watch it direct.
Right.
Someone wants to know, hi ladies, is property flipping a good business in Jamaica?
We have been pondering that for about how long now?
This year, I think.
This year. We've been pondering it. All right. So before, it wasn't so good because the transfer tax and the stamp duty used to be up to 7 and 5, 12%. So you would have lost 12% to the government taxes. Now the government taxes are 2% transfer tax and 2,000, I think it's 500 Jamaican dollars or somewhere there. So it's not so prohibitive anymore. However, the other things still stand. You have to find the property to flip. First problem that, right?
We have a smaller market.
We have a smaller market too. You have to find this property to flip in an area that will sell. That will sell where the market is robust. So some parts of the island, the market is not robust. Like in the really deep rural country parts, property cheap enough, but the market not robust, right? So of course, you can't talk about deep rural, you have to stay into the towns. So the capitals then of the parishes. Yeah, that's where you have to look these places now, right? And then some capitals are sleepy too. So you have to know which capital you're going after.
Not only that too, but our market, you know, in some markets where a house is in a fantastic neighborhood, but it's really run down, fixer upper, they sell it at like below market price. That doesn't really happen here.
Yeah. People still want them top dollar. So you have to also have again, we'll come back to the team. Mm-hmm. You have to have a team that's going to go in there. When you watch all these HGG TVs, you notice they have a team. So as they find the property, they have a team that goes in, tears down, rebuild, redesign, refix in record time.
Yeah, design team and construction team.
Right. They have a team that goes in so that you don't have any downtime. Because remember, you're trying to flip for dollars, right? So those are some of the things we've been exploring. Do we have the team to just say, hey, I found it. Let's go in. Boom, boom, boom. Like clockwork. You have to have that.
Right. And team has to be readily available.
Yeah, the team has to be readily available. Like your masons, your plumbers, your work crew on a whole. You can't be waiting 2-3 weeks for a plumber to come to do this, kind of thing. So your location, you have to know the location. Is it a good return? Is it a good our property is selling in the location? So that's your location. The logistics of the team to do the repairs and all of that. And last but not least, the financing. So are you going to do this cash? I would say if you're going to flip, you better do it cash. Mm-hmm. Because you don't want a property to flip and you're sitting waiting on a mason and this a whole month. You have a mortgage to pay. Mm-hmm. Start get sticky. Yeah. Take you 6 weeks, 6 months to complete the flip, to have it ready for resale. Can get sticky, right? So really you should have the cash in hand to purchase a property and the cash to do the renovation and pay the people, your workers and so on. Mm-hmm. We've been looking at it, and those are some of the things that we realize that we need to have. So one is the cash. Buy the property cash. Don't buy with loan. 2 is the location. That's key. And 3, you need a team. Which team are going to go in? Now, Tony can do plumbing, I can do plumbing, but we can't do electrical and we can't do mason. We can probably get a sledgehammer and lick down, yes, but guess what? We're talking about black and steel. It's a little bit trickier here, I can tell you.
It is.
And then you might end up with weather too. So our rainy seasons are usually September, October. I would say April, May, and then September, October. So you also have to decide what times am I going to get this house to the renovation? Boom, boom, boom.
And not only that, the sale at the end may take a little while.
And the sale for you to get back your money, right? So somebody's saying mortgage companies take too long. Yes, they do take too long. By the time you find a place and go get the loan, the place gone. Don't banks do short-term bridging loans for developers in Jamaica? Yes, they do short-term, but that's for developers. Developers, meaning developers who go and build at 50, 40 houses. Not a flipper who's gonna...
And a registered developer.
Yeah, and it's a registered developer. So, flipping, you need your cash. I would say come together with your family. You're going to do it in Jamaica, you need to be here. Somebody needs to be here. And what else? The banks do the short term for regular persons, but that's at 18% interest rate. That's for what them call a loan, the short term.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd use a mortgage though or a loan though to flip.
No, I wouldn't.
It seems sticky.
Sticky. I would prefer to have my money in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have the cash. So as I said, we've been looking at it, but those are some of the obstacles that we come up against. So if we can bridge those obstacles, then and then I don't like risking people money too. I would prefer my own cash. That way, if the flip don't go well, it's my own cash at risk.
That's not even my major concern. My
What's your
concern
concern?
is that after I've found this one property, renovated it, flipped it, sold it, I then have to go and look for another property to do the exact same thing. It's just like a cycle. It's of me giving myself work.
Work, yeah. It's over. You have to find another house to go flip into the same.
I mean, it's probably fun to renovate and flip it, but I just feel like I'm giving myself too much work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
work goes into it.
I think I'm at the point in my life where I want to be able to do less work for more money. That's possible. Fine, whatever that model looks like.
That's assuming that you were doing this work all this time already for a little bit of money, right? And now it is paying off. Good day, Nicole. Hi, English, good afternoon. All right, so Jenny says, you want to read that, Tony?
Miss Claudia, would you recommend someone from the US to buy a house in Meadowbrook? I really love that area. Just want a house for when I visit Jamaica.
Yeah, Meadowbrook is a good area. Upwards of what, 20 million now?
No, I think it's more than that.
More than that now. Meadowbrook is Kingston 19. So upwards of what? 25 million?
We can check.
Okay. So yeah, you just want a house so when you visit Jamaica.
But you have to remember that it's a non-gated area.
Yeah.
So you'll need, if you're just gonna here when you visit Jamaica, you probably need to look into cameras or some form of security system on the house or something like that.
All right. So while you think of your questions for us to answer, let us get into today what I want to talk about. So I want to talk about today investing for children, right? So I found this interesting article in the Gleaner. So let's use that today as our case study. So Tony is going to bring up the article. We're going to look at it. A lot of us have children, we have grandchildren, like myself here now, I have grandchildren. That's Xander, I have grandchild. I don't reach children yet, but I have a grandchild.
Let's knock on wood for that one.
Knock on wood, knock on wood.
Yes.
Xander. So you think you want to invest? When I was young and I had Tony and Rachel, I had to invest for the future, just the same, right? Where do you know what they're seeing?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah. You're going to share screen. Or
you
you shared already?
Yes.
So this article is from Oran Hall. It's titled Investment for Children. Now, I saw it was published Sunday, October 23 last week. I said, okay, let me tackle this one. So this person asked him, I recently happened upon some cash, 500,000. That's Jamaican dollars, everybody. And would like to invest it for my 1-year-old son in case anything happens to me. Can you say, given the current economic climate, where's the best place to put that money? Now, it's interesting when a person say, given the current economic climate. The economic climate is always current to you. Yeah. Remember, you are living in this time here now. So this is the economic climate that's current to you. Now, whether it's a good, bad, or indifferent climate is how you see it. Because somebody on the left may see it as a very good economic climate. Somebody on the right may see it as a very bad economic climate.
It depends on where you are in your life.
Yeah, depends on where the side of the fence you're sitting on, and it depends on your outlook of life. Right? How you see life. Do you always see the cup half full, or do you always see the cup half empty? Those of you who don't know that concept, I want you to put a glass in front of you, half it with water. Say to yourself, do I see this cup as half full? And so that I can put more water on it? Or do I see it as half empty? How you see it will determine the decision that you make. So the financial advisor's advice. You have chosen a very sober way to deal with your good fortune. And I hope that your son reaps excellent rewards. At your son's age, which is 1 year old, you should think long term. You would be surprised to see how a well-managed portfolio can turn out by the time he reaches adulthood, even if there are setbacks along the way. So the writer expects there to be setbacks. Financial markets are not linear, so you can expect some hiccups along the way. Investing early allows for time for recovery when bad market conditions arise or when the decisions made are not the best. Before you open an account for the child, you should apply for a tax registration number for him. Financial institutions will generally allow you to open a joint account for you and him. They will require his TRN and proof of his identity. Some will accept, there goes my errand, guys. Some will accept his birth certificate. I will not undertake to suggest at which financial institution you should open the account. You may ask people you trust who have accounts in financial institutions to advise you. You may also do your own research, including sourcing information from websites. Notwithstanding what I said previously about time to recover from setbacks, it is important for you to be prudent. Always remember, you want to put your son on a sound footing. Thus, you should aim to get good returns without taking too much risks. Having a diversified portfolio is important, even for children. Of note, the writer says having a diversified portfolio is important. If you choose to buy stocks, with the guidance from a competent investment advisor, select stocks with a good track record that have good potential for long-term growth. Look also for companies that pay dividends, which you can use to buy more units. So one of the things he said was stocks. Buy companies in different industries, although the sum of money you have is relatively small. If possible, you may also opt for preference shares to generate some income. They tend to generate more income than short-term interest-bearing bond instruments. This approach also reduces the risk of encroaching on the portfolio by liquidating to provide funding for purposes not included in your plan. So the writer, the first thing he suggested is to buy stocks so that you can get dividend income. Dividend income, remember, is one of the incomes we spoke about when we spoke about the 7 streams of income. Those of you who weren't here, you probably should go back into the videos and you'll find it. In fact, you should have a plan for what money should be used for and when. You did say that you want to have money for him in case anything happens to you. I hope the worst doesn't happen. But just in case, you should put in place plans to protect his interests. Appointing a trustee should help. You may also want to opt for unit trusts or mutual funds. There are many different types which offer various levels of diversification. Opt for funds that provide growth primarily, such as those that invest in equities and real estate, or the mixed funds which also provide some interest bearing securities. Engaging a competent investment professional to guide you is important, but you should also begin to familiarize yourself with even the basic investment matters. It's never good to leave yourself in a position where you don't understand what is happening with your money. Explain what you can to your son when he gets older and encourage him to include financial matters in his reading as he grows up. You may also boost his portfolio by adding even small sums to it systematically over time and keep focused on long-term goals. You may also consider an insurance policy with him as a beneficiary, just in case anything happens to you. That should provide an immediate payout for him and thus help his life to continue with some level of normality. You would need to name a trustee to manage the fund if the need arises to make a claim while he's a minor. If the best scenario plays out, as the funds increase and as you become more knowledgeable and confident about investment matters, you should be able to expand the instruments in which you invest his portfolio. It is so refreshing that you have chosen to put your attention to invest in the funds that came to you unexpectedly. I wish there were more people like you. Of course, I understand that not everybody is in a position to do as you plan to. This windfall will be a godsend to others who would find other useful purposes for it, such as reducing debt or purchasing well-needed items. I wish you well. All right, so that's our case study today. So we're going to look at some of the things he suggested. All right, tell me. So I got from it that he suggested 3 things. One was stocks, one was unit trusts, and one was mutual funds. Okay. And the 4th thing was buy insurance policy. I would say yes, buy an insurance policy. Mm-hmm. The insurance policy will pay out, and I would say buy a term life insurance policy. Term life insurance policy is really cheap.
What is it?
term life insurance. You pay not dividend, don't pay dividends, don't pay cash dividends, none of that. You just pay the insurance monthly, and when if you die, you get the payout.
You mean when you die?
Yeah.
If you die.
If you die, yeah. When you die, if you die, when you die, you get your child who's a beneficiary through the trustee will get the payout. So that's basically what it is. So I agree with the life insurance policy. All right. Having heard me read the case study and the suggestions that this person or Mr. Hall gave the person with $500,000. Do you agree or disagree? Tell me in the comment section. So I agree with the life insurance policy. The parts of it that I'm a little worried are the parts that talk about stocks with dividends. And I don't think Jamaican stocks, I don't know about other stocks, but certainly Jamaican stocks don't pay enough dividends for you to be able to talk when you're investing stocks to get dividends, right?
Like I remember I had a Sagicor stock, and I think I ended up getting like $600 in dividends.
$600.
Like they wrote a check for it. I was very impressed.
Yeah, $600 for dividends. I mean, you can't buy lunch now, people. Box lunch reach $800. So hi Safi, I see a message. VMB has approved your mortgage loan application. Finally. A broker had to chase them twice a day. Most stressful thing I've done, but I will soon have my name on a tie. The great Steffi. I had to chase Victoria Mitchell myself 2 weeks ago. That was my most stressful moment 2 weeks ago. Yes. So Lisa says, yes, you agree with the life insurance. True. Yes, I agree with that. You agree with the insurance policy and the unit trust? Why you agree with the unit trust? Kim. Why you agree, Kim? Al says, agree. Good to put away money consistently over time for the compound interest. Roxanne says the unit trust should be stable enough, hopefully. So unit trust, basically you buy at one unit and then you sell back at another unit. Hopefully when you're selling back, the units would have grown, right?
So where would I go if I wanted to buy a unit trust?
You go to a broker, like a stockbroker.
Okay.
A lot of these banks don't have an attachment to their banks, like the investment section, or like I know NCB have that. So you can actually go in and do that part of it with them, just the same.
Right.
Unit trust should be stable enough, okay? What are some of the assumptions you're making now? Why, if you go with a unit trust or you go with a life insurance policy, 20 years from now, what would have to happen for you to realize this effort that you made? Well, the first thing is that the company would still have to exist. The bank or the insurance company. What's the other thing?
The unit trust is going to go up.
Yeah. And you're also relying on something, somebody, or some entity to hold the funds for you, and you pray that you don't wake up one morning and here's the bank closed.
Like what happened
before. That's what happened to us here in Jamaica.
Well, our markets are pretty stable now. I don't think that's going to happen.
History will repeat itself.
Yeah, but I think they have more safety measures in place.
History always repeats itself. You want to know the future, guys? Look to the past. Look in the past. There's nothing new going on. Everything going on happened before.
So you really think that like banks may crumble in the future?
At some point, yes, they will. They will fail. Again.
So what's going to happen to everybody?
Whether they fail by deliberately or they move to another system. Right now they're talking about cryptocurrencies. So maybe banking as you know it now may not be banking 20 years from now.
Okay.
All right. Kenrick says he's present. Yes, Kenrick. Thank you. All right. So Kenrick, we're discussing investment for children. So I just read the case study. And the author, Mr. Oren Hall, suggested life insurance policy, which person seemed to agree with, unit trusts, mutual funds, and stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of those, you're relying on somebody else. In other words, you give them your 500,000, so you give mutual funds, you give the stocks, you give the unit trust people the 500,000, and you're hoping that they will do the right thing, and this thing is going to grow.
Right, but you can put money in a unit trust for 20 years. Seems like a long time.
But that's the recommendation. The unit trust. We have had unit trust long. Yeah, man. What's our longest unit trust in Jamaica? Is it Sagicor? I can't remember. No, Sagicor or New Bank.
I don't think any of the old banks exist.
Is it Pan Caribbean? That bank still exists? We do have unit trust. God. Somebody who knows about unit trust in Jamaica, please tell me which one exists right now. All right. So you think unit trust, our time went back, reason for lateness. Oh, Kenrick, oh, you went back to the old, what is it, daylight saving time kind of thing? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you think unit trust may be diversified. Okay. So Desna says, yes, banks will. We ordinary people won't be able to access them. They will be derelict building different system and transactions. Yes, Claudia, you're on the ball. Right. So will the banks exist? So you put your 500, you get 500,000 today, and you put the 500,000 in the bank on unit trust and buy some stocks, hoping to get some dividends. What was the third thing? Mutual funds. Mm-hmm. I never drama forgetting about that, the mutual.
The one that you did for Rachel?
The one I got for myself. Mutual funds.
Oh, for yourself?
Yeah. The one that they forced me to put the pension into.
Oh, that barely appreciated?
That barely. Tell them, give me a statement. Them say, shame, I know me can't get the statement.
But you had kind of forgotten about the money.
Yeah, exactly. So of course, no. What? Give me, so you. I'm waiting for you to tell me now. Give me a better. There's one investment that Oran Hall never even touched. He didn't even suggest it at all. I guess maybe until the 500,000 too small.
Yeah, but he's probably not thinking outside the box of how they could have worked it.
All right.
So Tashane says, what typically happens if a bank permanently closes with their client's respective titles, such as host title, land title, etc.?
Okay, well, Tashane, what the banks hold is a duplicate certificate of title. Duplicate certificate of title. Your original certificate is at the registrar of titles, which is in Jamaica, we say the titles office or National Land Agency. That's where it is. Mm-hmm. So even if the bank loses your title, you can go back and get a duplicate certificate of title from the National Land Agency.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Darwin says real estate. Yes, Darwin. And Sophia said too. Real estate. I'm probably thinking that they're already closing out High Streets Bank here in the UK. Cashless society is on its way. There you go. Mm-hmm. Kenrick says a Standard & Poor Index Fund. All right. Give me the history of Standard & Poor Fund. Historically, what has it paid out? Type that in, Tony.
What? Standard?
Yeah. You tell me though, Kenrick, you're suggesting it. S&P, I think it means Standard & Poor Index Fund. If you had 500,000 Standard & Poor, it wouldn't have 500,000.
Is it really called that?
Standard & Poor. Yeah. What is the rate of return? Has it been, Kenrick? You seem to know. Oh, VMBS has a unit trust as well as Sagicor. I would not put no money in no VMBS unit trust. A company that doesn't have a sour taste in my mouth right now. Sagicor, I don't know. Off topic. But what's the likelihood of success of getting community locals to lobby and convince the MP mayor to asphalt the road and bringing water 500 yards from the main into the community? The best time to do that is at election time, Lenny. Election time.
We have an election coming up soon? No.
500 is 1,500 feet. That's a long way. Maybe you want to go to the Water Commission, explore, National Water Commission, explore with them what is the cost. In other words, what is the cost? How many persons in your community actually need this water? So you're going to do that first. You do a letter, right? Say how many persons need it. Then you're going to do a cost and see how many pipes and so dig up the road and all of that. How what's cost to bring in this water? Do that first. The best time to get anything out of politicians is near election time, when they do have some money that they get for their constituency. And there's more of an urgency to do it because they want to look good in their eyes, right? But maybe you as a citizen, set of citizens coming together can do it. The cost may not be that prohibitive.
You mean to do it themselves?
Yeah, to bring it in. 500 yards is like 1,500 feet, am I correct? What does it look like? 500 yards. 500 yards. 500 yards is saying like 500 meters. So that's like 100 meter track times 5.
That's not
so
very
that's
long.
not as long. 100 meters.
100 meter track is not that long.
Why? Can you see boat run it in a 9 seconds?
Because I've run it myself. So I know it's not that long. But it's a lot of pipes still.
Right. So Kenrick says 10% on average. For the last 20 years, you're getting 10% on average? Kenrick?
Chelsea says your investment portfolio should depend on your age and how much risk one want to take. But this child is what? 1.
This child is 1 enough. So how much risk them want to take? Henry, that person who just answered me sounds like they did a course in a university that spoke about that.
S&P index?
No, your investment portfolio is Chelsea. Should depend on your age and how much risk you want to take. How can I do investments in Jamaica? What kind of investments are you talking about though? Hi there, just checking in. Hi, Susanna. Thanks for joining us. So that's 10%. And what's the basic amount you need to invest in now? How much money you need? Trying to find something online with it. What has been the weighted average?
%2. See some percentages here.
No, I see that, but what was the question you asked? To ask the question, I have to Google. What has been the average rate of return from the Standard and Poor Index? All right, so I think Safi answered me and said they didn't recommend real estate as an investment, maybe because they're thinking that the real estate, 500,000 can't buy real estate. Mm-hmm. So what is the average rate for the past 10 years?
9.2.
According to the Global Investment Bank, 10-year stock market returns have averaged 9.2% over the past 140 years, between 10 to 10 and 2020. However, the investing firm notes that the Standard & Poor has done slightly better than the historic 10-year average, with an annual average return of 13% over the past 10 years. Let's see if that held over 20 years. It was there over 20 years. Over 20 years. This child is now 1, so we'll want to see 20 years. All right. What did they say? For the last 20 years, it has been 7.45%. All right. So let us now go
5.3 when adjusted for inflation.
5.3? Where do you see that? 5.3 when adjusted for inflation. All right. What is the flaw in putting down 500,000 in a Standard and Poor for 20 years? What is the flaw? Somebody tell me. Tell me one of the flaws you see in that system. Is it NHG provides you with a 300,000 separate and apart from the 615 million to assist with commitment fees? Is it true? Not that I know of. Maybe if you buy one of their scheme houses. Beauty savvy. Maybe if you buy one of their scheme houses. So somebody tells me, what's the flaw in putting out 500,000 in an institution for 20 years?
Would it be that you are giving someone else your money and then trusting them with it?
Yeah, that's one. You're giving somebody else your money. It's like you're to a partner then. You give it to somebody else to trust it and pray that this place is still around 20 years from now to give you back your money. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So somebody who is listening, what is the flaw in that? Tony just said one of them. You're gonna hope that they're around 20 years from now. Mm-hmm. Another flaw is that you don't have the use of the 500,000. Nobody don't see that one, man. Come on, guys, you're sleeping.
Well, you don't have the use for it, but maybe it's working for you in the background.
How is it working? How much is the deposit on a $25 million house? Can either deposit 5% or 20%, depending on the loan you're getting. So one of the flaws is that you don't have use of your 500,000, do you?
No.
And every night you go to your bed, you wait, you pray that this 500,000 is still there.
Kendrick says you can lose it all.
You can lose it all. Yes, Kendrick. All right. How does the insurance part work? Would you have to pay a premium every month or year for the period of time? You could, or you could buy something called an annuity with the 500,000.
What's that?
Some of the insurance you would have to tell you, but you use a lump sum and you buy it, and them say yes, you'll get that at the end of 20 years. Something like pension.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. If they still exist in 20 years to give it to you.
All right, so Tony. All right, so let us do the analogy now, a different way. Mm-hmm. So go to your next slide. What's the next slide? So that's the case study. So that's what we're looking at the whole time today. I'm with you guys. We're gonna see if somebody said real estate. I agree. They could have bought real estate. So children are the living messages we send to a time we will not see. Neil Postman. That's a quote for today. Actually like this quote, and that's Xander, my grandson. When he was small, I'm getting a little bigger here now. But yes, children are the living messages we send to a time we will not see. So 20 years from now, when Xander is 20, and his birthday was actually October 16, he's 1 and he's walking up and down here now. So 20 years from now, I may not be here, or I may be here. But they're really the message, the living message that we're going to send 20 years from now. So what's that message? And you want to, if you're relying on them to send them along with a living message to a time that you will not see, you will not be here, wouldn't you want to send them into that time strong? Financially strong, not weak.
Financially strong.
Yeah.
And mentally strong too.
I'm mentally strong too, but financially strong at least, right?
Because when you tell Xander, brush it off, Xander, brush it off.
Mm-hmm.
Just get back up. You're teaching him how to be mentally strong.
Right. So yeah, I'm trying to.
Staffy says, when will the bank issue commitment letter of undertaking? I have until December 8th to provide as per contract. Are they the same thing?
No, they're not. The first one you get is commitment letter. The second one is undertaking. The undertaking is the final one and the one that the bank don't usually draw back on. So even if you decide not to buy the place, you're kind of solved because them no draw back undertaking. The bank's undertaking is a serious thing. Once the bank gives an undertaking, them ready, them say, yes, I will give you the money once the title transfer. Undertaking is the last one that you wait. Once you get that, then you know you're going through.
So is it that they're supposed to give her the commitment letter by December 8th or the undertaking
by December 8th? Yeah, which one, Safi? You have to say which one. So the commitment comes first, undertaking comes second. All right, yes, so children are living messages we send to a time we'll not see. So if you're going to do that, if that's what it is, which is he's right, we'll have to send them to that time strong and with every possible advantage to survive in that time. We don't know what is coming, we don't know what it is, but all we can do right now is
and I feel prepare. Like the wealthier families of any country, they understand this concept very well.
Very, very, very well. As a matter of fact, it has been taught to them, right? Mm-hmm. And I was in discussions today with somebody, and I had to remind them that one of the reasons why the black race or the black family is not so strong is because we have a disjointed family structure. Mm-hmm. Where our family structure units are broken up into various segments all over the world.
Yeah, that's true.
So we don't benefit from the synergy of a family unit. So John gets a medication and John run down with free medication. The family don't benefit, all right? John, the creator give John some wisdom and some knowledge, and him down with it. But the other races don't tend to be like that. They tend to stick together. So, all right, let's see.
Sophia says, is the comment letter to be the same as the pre-approval letter?
No, it's not. Commitment letter is when you actually take your documents into them, sale agreement, everything, now you're ready to buy, and then give you a commitment letter. Pre-approval is really them just looking at your income and expenditure and saying, yeah, we can possibly give you a loan, right? Is it true that mortgage payments decreases over time? No, they don't. They stay the same over time, but your principal that you owe decreases, and I'll show you on loan amortization. We're going to get to that. Excellent. Looking out for excellent.
Hijaman Dan.
Oh, Hijaman Dan TV, looking out for info. Well, Tony just mentioned inflation. Yes, inflation is going to eat that money. So the 500,000 could I buy today, it can buy next week. All right, so Tony. So we're looking at how to invest for your children's future. All right, what else you want to share with them? It's not the payment that decreases over time. It is the principal that you owe Beauty, the amount of money you owe the bank.
She's also asking, is it best to have a life insurance policy before requesting a pre-approval letter?
No, life insurance policy don't have anything to do with a pre-approval letter. Life insurance policy is just you having a life insurance policy because maybe you have some children. You want, if anything happens to you, you want them to be able to have some money to carry on with them life. Basically, that's the best way I can describe.
And once you buy the property, there's an insurance on it, right?
Yeah, life insurance don't have anything to do with your pre-approval letter. Life insurance comes about in Jamaica when you buy a property, you're taking a loan from a mortgage company. Them want to insure them loan. So them insure your life. So just in case you drop out, them get back their money. In North America, it's not so common or it's not expected that they're going to insure the life. That's why sometimes when you inherit a property in North America, you end up with the debt, with the loan, because they didn't insure the life of the person who took out the loan. But in Jamaica, it's almost standard by 99% that they're going to insure your life. So if anything happens, then the insurance will cover it. All right, next. Let's get to the next thing on this. All right, so your book of the week is Rich Kid, Smart Kid. But is it the book of the week you want to get to, or want to get to the maths behind the investment? All right, so the future value of the money now. So if you have 500,000, so this man win 500,000 based on the case study. He wants to invest it for his child. I would say 20 years because the child is now 1. What you do with the money? What are you gonna do with the money? I would say you buy a piece of real estate. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're either going to find a piece of real estate for 500,000. You have any such real estate for 500,000?
No, not something you'd want to leave for your child in 20 years.
Let's just see. Why not? Check if anything is in. You might get lucky. You're saying if anything value 500,000 now in a real estate, now go value nothing in a 20 years from now.
Unless the government put a highway near it.
Then isn't that how anything is possible? Is that what you say? Hide.
I know, but I'm not showing up.
Hide.
No, that's not what I want to do. It's this one.
Oh. So let us see. Search all parish. Let me see if anything around 500 total. Well, this is only one system we can look at. But let's see. No, you have to break that down. Search under 1 million. Let's see.
Easier.
0. Is there anything for 2 million? Man, 500,000. 2 things. 2 private treaty. You have anything else?
No, this is on the 1.5.
So go to 5 million. Let me see. So he has 500,000 that he won, and he wants to invest it. I'm saying to him, use the 500,000 buy a piece of real estate. All right. But this is assuming him can find some for 500,000. Or now the 500,000 of itself, I believe he's still going to have to make some investments along the way monthly, so that he can really invest if he's investing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have Waitabik 2.6, Bethel Town 2.7, Luana 2.8. Level lot, below road level. It's not so bad. Want to invest in a Luana?
Oh, Luana, as in St. Elizabeth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Might not be too bad.
Might not be too bad. This is a scheme, or he could go buy 4 acres of land for 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I would have probably do this. 4-acre land. Why would I probably do the 4-acre land? Because what?
The land is large enough to maybe utilize it.
Yeah, you can lease it back to some farmers. You can put some coconut on it for the long 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Imagine if your son has a 5-acre farmland with 1,000 coconuts
on it
20 years from
20
now.
years from now. Even if them have pick them off, it no matter. The coconut will keep coming.
Yeah.
Right? So sorry everybody. Put this on silent. All right. So I would probably invest in this. So 3 million. So let's go now, Tony. Let's see what that mortgage looks like. So he has 500,000. Go to loan amortization. So he already has 500,000 to invest. This is the one you use or the one with Jan?
Jan?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So he has 500,000. The property is 300,000. He's going to deposit 300,000. He's depositing 10%.
Why am I using the wrong one? You want me to use the one with Jamaica National?
Isn't it back in the background?
Oh, it's here.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
So it is the home price is 3 million. His down payment is probably 250 or maybe 300,000 as he would deposit 10%. For 300,000, he would still have 200,000 for his closing costs. Interest rate, like I said, I give him at 8%. Somebody told me last week that somebody was at 8%. Loan period 20 years, so his payment monthly is 22,000. So he would have to pay. He would now have to find 22,000 every month extra to pay for this land. 22,000 extra. So it's like him saving the money for his child. So he's saving $22,583 every month extra on the 500,000 that he's spending. Now, off the bat, what's the first thing that comes to you if he does this kind of investing? Off the bat, top of your head, you think to yourself, "Hey, I put on 300,000, and you own what?
Piece of real estate.
You own a piece of land
that you have access to.
That you have access to, and this land is 4 acres. 4 acres, of land. So isn't that a game changer? You actually own something. So instead of me giving these people my 500,000, what them giving me back for it? Some paper, a piece of paper to say, oh, you own this and this stock, and it's been too good in my brain, right? Year after year, on this child's birthday, I can walk onto this land and say, hey, Xander, this is yours, Pick a mango. See, it's a coconut tree there, right? No, all right. I'm gonna pay 22,000 a month, right?
Got some questions?
No, hold on. I'm not taking the questions yet. I'll soon tell them. So that's the first thing off the top of your head that you own it. Let's go to what is the closing cost statement for this? Let's bring up a closing cost statement if I can actually calculate something now. All right. So here it is. So the selling price is 3 million. So we're going to change this to 3 million. How much did I say was a monthly payment? 26,000. The deposit is 300,000. Stamp duty, registration, all of these recalculate themselves already. Valuation, survey. So he has spent 300,000 on a deposit, 197,000 on closing costs. So in 500,000 eat up now. 497,000 he would have spent, right? So he has spent the 500,000. He's now paying 26,000 per month. Am I correct? Go back to the slide.
He was 22.
Go back to the Jamaica National. I wasn't making a note of it. 22,000. 23,000 per month. All right.
That's not bad.
I actually like this maths because I own a piece of land.
You own a large piece of land.
I own a large piece of land, guys. And I can use the land. When I give the institution my 500,000, I can't use it. I can't go back in there for it. I can, but then I would have lost the interest and all of that going forward, right? If you buy the piece of land, you have the land, right?
Also, in 20 years, if Xander decides he doesn't like the land, he can sell it.
Right. All right. So I'm assuming he can find 22,000 per month for the next 20 years. Dennis, trust me, he can. Find the 22,000.
Plus, thing, these investment stocks and unit trusts and those things, you're going to be putting money into them.
You have to put money into them.
You're not just going to just have the dead 500,000.
Go back to the JN calculator. The JN calculator need stock. No, go back to the RAJ. Let me see what was a cheaper one. RAJ. $2.8 2.8, 2.7 Bethel Town, the one that look nice too. 2.6 Rita Big Trelawney, and this is a 1 acre. You could have buy some for 2.6. Irwin, you could buy some for 2.6. 2.5. Different Clarendon, Yalas 2.5. Yalas, Hampstead in Yalas. I would probably buy this in Yalas. Rose Heights, Montego Bay, and also sure about Rose Heights, but 2.5. So you can buy something from anywhere from 2.5 to 3 million. All right, let's go to the future value calculator. For the future value calculator, 10 years. Starting out at 500,000. So you drop it in there or you leave it. And you don't put any more money in it. Now, let us assume we can find a bank that will give the Standard & Poor of 8%. And it's steady for the whole 8, 10, 20 years. Let's see how much money he's going to have if he doesn't put any money in it. Hold on. So at the end of 20 years, you have this, right? At the end of 20 years, putting in 500,000 in a bank, or a Standard & Poor, which you said was what, 8%? Or is 10% you had said?
10%.
All right, so change that to 10%. And this don't have anything to do with inflation yet. 3.3 million 20 years from now. Would you think 3.3 million is gonna make sense 20 years from now?
I think like 20 years from now, 3.3 million is like $330,000.
Yeah, I think so. Quite frankly,
because 20 years ago, that was like a house price.
Mm-hmm. I don't think 2.8 million is gonna make sense 3 years from now. Mm-hmm. But let us see if he put in the 23,000 per month. So 23,000. Let us say buy the land. Never listen to who said assume him of the money. Let us say this man was wise and him find this money every month times 12. 476,000 for the year. What is he ready for? Let us see. But this is assuming an interest rate of 10%. Ooh. You get a nice chunk, you think?
Looks nice if you're getting that steady 10%.
If you're getting it.
Yeah.
And if the bank's still open. There's so many.
And there's no inflation.
And there's like zero inflation. And inflation is gonna eat that to the ground. All right, guys. 20 years from now, I can still guarantee you that if you buy the land that you pay 23,000 per month, that land is gonna value more than 30 million 20 years from now. Not only that, you would have also had the use of the land. This is assuming you're going to find somebody who is going to pay a 10% interest. I doubt that very much, Tony. Let's just say them find somebody paying them 5. And they still put in 26.
Dwayne says, 23. I would say invest the 500K in cryptocurrency.
Crypto, assuming you know what that is.
Well, he does. Then he says, to be fair, you would also have to be putting the 22,000 per month for the 20 years.
Right. Yeah. That's what we just did. So we added the 22,000 per month for the 20 years. We changed the interest rate to 5%, which is more realistic. So now you only have $4 million at the end of $4.4 million at the end of 20 years, having invested 500,000 and having put in 23,000 every month for a year. Mm-hmm. You only end up with $4 million. That sounds like good maths to me. First of all, when you buy the real estate, you own the real estate, not a piece of paper or looking on a computer and some numbers.
Yeah, but I think like this is for like a lazy investor.
Which one?
Someone who just wants to pay over their money monthly and watch it grow. Versus if you got land, you'd have to do some work.
No, you don't have to do any work. You buy the land, put it down, you gone. What kind of work? 4 acres of land, you don't even have to bush that.
You still need to keep and care.
Well, you probably should fence it. Make sure you drive up on it a couple times a month, at least once a year. So if anybody encroaches, you can get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be a good thing for me to pull up with Xander every year on his birthday, show him the land, say, Xander, this is yours. As opposed to me looking at the computer, saying some numbers, I say, Xander, this 1 million, you see these numbers right here, so this is yours.
So I challenge you, why don't you do it? You have 12 months till his next birthday. Find him a little parcel and use 500,000 to invest in his future.
That's not hard for me though. You can do that easy.
And then I'll take a photo of you every year, carrying him to it.
I said, Xander, this is yours. See? All right. So everybody.
Then it's asking why you dropped to 5% now.
More realistic. What's the interest rate? Let's see. Historical interest rates. Let's look at that for Jamaica. Because you're not getting 10%, Dennis.
Is it?
Below that.
This one?
Mm-hmm. Let me see if them give you a chart. All right, here it is. Deposit interest rate in Jamaica decreased to 2.5% in 2020 and 2.6% in 2019. 2020 it was 2.5. 2018 it was 3%. The highest it has been for the past 10 years seems to be 4.5%.
But if this follows,
so I'm not wrong.
We're not going to get any interest rate in 20 years. But look like it's going all the way down to zero.
Going down, but I think it moved some percentage points the other day. Right. So this is Jamaica, right? Deposit interest rates in Jamaica. So basically, and this is not on 5. I'm sure you're not getting this on 500,000. Are you? If you have 500,000 in the bank, what's interest rate? Let's see. Interest rate on 500,000 Jamaican banks. $500,000. Interest rate and 500,000 in a Jamaican bank. Who here is a banker? How much interest rate you getting on 500,000 deposit? There? 1.30.
Wow, it's low.
That is Scotia Bank telling you that.
That is tiny.
So, first of all, you can't have under 500. I'll tell you. Yeah, from 500,000 to 1
that's
million.
Jamaica National.
That's Jamaica National direct gain. All right, 500,000. That is Scotia up here. All right, you get 1.30%.
Let me see something. How much money you really need to put in for it to start making sense?
You think about it, land. It don't make sense with no amount of money. Open up this. Open up this. Just click here. Click here and stretch it.
Click here. Not that stretch.
It's not that stretch thing. All right. So at least I'm seeing a sub for 10 million and over. You're getting 2.75%. If you have 10 million, I'm not gonna buy a piece of land.
Yeah, I would too.
Mm-hmm. All right. So if you're gonna invest for children, all right, let's go to the next slide. So the book of the week is, it's actually Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Kid, Smart Kid. This one here. You want to look on this and tell me when you read it. Can't even see.
08.
So I read this 2008. How long that was? That's 10 years ago. 13 years ago. This one, Rich Kid, Smart Kid. So those of you with children, you may want to get this book. And then this book now you're going to every Sunday you sit with them at the dining table and you go through the book and you let them read it and summarize it and come back to you and you have the discussion. Let them read it, chapter by chapter, they summarize and you train. So it is rich kid, smart kid. Right? My takeaway from the book actually came in chapter 2. So you don't even need to read the whole book. Where he speaks about how many different geniuses there are. You have a slide for that?
No.
All right. So next week we'll go through them. But that's where that was the main thing I learned from the book. The different geniuses that your child or you yourself come with and that you really need to look out for. Key. So read the book.
So Beauty Savvy wants to know, can you sell your house to purchase another one before paying off the mortgage? If yes, can you briefly advise the process, please?
Yeah, you can sell your place without paying off the mortgage. For one thing, when you're the seller, you're going to get a lawyer, right? Lawyer will accept the deposit. The lawyer accepts the deposit, goes to contract, you sign, buyer sign, and then it starts to go through the process.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are the other person will also be taking a loan, and that loan institution will give an undertaking to pay the money once their client's name is on the title. So once your lawyer transfers their client's name to the title, that institution will pay out the funds. And then your lawyer will pay your bank the funds that is owed.
Right. So you should let them know that your lawyer would let them know the place is for sale with that letter.
Yeah.
And ask for the closing out statement that you would owe the bank.
Right. So I'm doing something like that now, which is why I'm so upset with Victoria Mutual. Because the lawyer is going to request a closeout statement, as Tony says, and the bank will send your lawyer the information on the closeout statement, how much it is to close out this loan, right? And when they have that now, your lawyer knows that, hey, when I get this money from the buyer's bank, I am to pay over this money to the seller's bank so that the seller can, so the obligation to the bank is released. Your obligation as the seller to the bank is released.
You should also let them know that you can't just close out your mortgage. You have to give the bank adequate notice.
Yeah, you can't just close a mortgage. Apparently, these banks need a 3 months notice, quote unquote, to close out the loan. Or there is some penalty that they charge you. But this penalty is monkey money here. Just close out the loan. You want to close it out. Not out today, but if you're landing on some riches today, you want to close out the loan. Just walk in at the bank and say, hey, I want to close my loan. Let them calculate it and tell you, just write them a check out, just swipe your card and give them
Squatty Raver says, I need land to buy. And Squatty Ravers wants to know, do you know of any?
Where? What price? No only for land, but what's the price?
And so what type of land
you can sell your house to purchase an around before you pay off the mortgage. So if you can sync it correctly, like you make the offer on the other house, sell your house, get the money, pay the other, then yeah, you can do it.
I think there's something in the States where, what is it in the States? Or maybe first world countries, like they're saying, like they're waiting on the sale of their house to buy this other house, but they've already started the contract with the new house.
Yeah, they do that a lot in North America. That's because their house is selling 30 days. Can't do that in Jamaica. Most of them. For the house, but we might sell a house in 30 days. Hell, we can sell a house in 1 week. But can they close this sale in 30 days?
No, it's going to take a little longer.
It's going to take anywhere from 4 months to 6 months to 1 year, guys.
Lenny says, Dwayne, can you get your money out easily through the cryptocurrency? Yes, can you?
I don't know. I know zero about cryptocurrencies.
Squatty, where in Jamaica are you considering?
3 to 4 million. Where?
That will help us in our search.
We have a Luana. 3 to 4 million. You have not know for 3 to 4 million?
I believe my Luana is for 4 million.
Okay. So you have any other land? 3 million? No.
My farm is 8.5. My Hills of Boscobel is for 6 million.
Difficult to find. Tell me which parish you're in.
I do have a Saint Elizabeth in Mountainside for 4 million.
Oh yes.
16,000 square feet flat land.
Yeah. Kingston and St. Catherine.
We can check.
You can get Bugwalk, I think. St. Andrew. I think you can get Bugwalk. Speaking about it, 4 million. 5 million. I think you're supposed to kind of Linstead Bugwalk for that. Yeah, Linstead 3.54. Above rocks 3.5. Linstead again 3.8. So yes, I was right.
This one is not bad enough.
You have been there?
I think I know the area. What is it?
Oh, we're getting a listing in Maypen too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For
that price range?
Yeah, I think is it 5 or 6? 2 pieces of land in Maypen. This is a corner lot. This look nice. Where is this? It's seamless. It's like Twin Palms.
No, it actually looks like Mountain, the one in Spanish Town, Keystone, that community, Johnson.
Go back to the front.
Hill, that area.
Oh, this is a corner lot. It's nice.
Is it deep though?
Yeah, or it's not up to school though. So I dream beside it. This dream. No, I'm going to it.
The neighbors have done some decent stuff.
Let me see where it is. Corner Residential in Tredegar Park. Perfect opportunity design. Yeah, Tredegar Park. Not bad. 4.5. Interesting. So yes, but that's 4.5. You put 500,000 more. Or you go to Linstead at 3.8. Or above rocks in St. Catherine's, Spicy Grove. Orangefield District, 3.4.
Quarter of an acre.
Fruited land to build, quiet neighborhood, taxi access, wholesales nearby. All right. So a little slope.
Slope? I don't think slope. Oh, they cleared it.
But I can't see nothing here.
Is this the road we're looking at? I think this is the road.
That's the road we're looking at?
I think so.
Okay. So that's what you can get.
Miss Davis. Oh, it passed.
You have to scroll up.
Miss Davis. Vere Clarendon for 10 million commercial. Good evening. Do you have any land selling in Vere Clarendon for 10 million commercial? Where is Vere?
Hold on. Let me see this question. No, you need to go up. You're missing. I'm in Kingston. What's that?
That's Squatty Rivers asking for $3 to $4 million land.
Well, we just realized that there is no 3 to 4 million in St. Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go to Linstead. You have 500,000 to invest now, but I know I can't find that 22,000 monthly. What else you suggest? Stocks too risky for me? Yeah, stocks risky for everybody. 500,000. The next option with 500,000, if you don't want to put it in the bank, is to do regular buy and sell. Remember, we spoke about the 7. Do we still have a slide? We spoke about the 7 ways to earn money. One of them is profit income, which is buy something for $10, sell it back for $20. You probably say you don't want to do that too much.
That's the next option.
500,000. That's the next option. Or you have 4 acres of land for 3 million. So you find 6 people with 500,000 and you subdivide the land.
But subdividing takes money.
No, it doesn't. Look at that one on paper.
And off paper.
Let me see how much your 1 acre land. The 1 acre. Let me see. What was the cheapest land you saw? Just give me a 1 acre. Let me see if any 1 acre out there. What's the next option with 500,000? You have to merge the money. Buy a piece of land. That's what I would do. Find 6 other people like you with 500,000 and look for investment. Let me see 1 million. 1 acre. Why you look like you're at the wrong place? So.
I'm looking for the part where you write the acreage.
Scroll up. There we go. There. Now put maximum 5. Yes. 1. Mm-hmm. You take it off. You take it off. Not on residential or anything like that. All right, scroll up. 1 acre, 1.5. Scroll down. Scroll down. All right, so your bet is the area is generally close to the moon. All right, that's so 3 million. Come back to this. 4 acres. Castle St. Anne, approximately 2 agricultural areas and brownstone was made of 3.5 home castle.
Not sure where home castle is.
You know, cross keys too. Development land, scroll down. Registered by diagram. But these approximately
1.8 acres.
1.8. Heights, scale here, 3 acres. Clarendon, Frankfield, Sheridan, Clarendon, Denby, on hold.
So you're saying the only other option would be to buy and sell? With the 500K?
With the 500K, that would be an next option. So what are the income streams? You have
earned income.
You have earned income.
Profit income. Dividends. Royalties. What was the other one?
Capital gain. Rental income.
And those two are are real estate. Capital gain
and rental income. No, rental income can be
anything.
Machinery, car, the dentist. 500,000, I would still find a way. You can't sit up for 500,000. First of all, bread price moved from $300 to $470. So you can't sit on $500. You have to spin it.
Or you do the profit, do the profit income, and then get it to like $1 million, and then do the real estate.
And then do the real estate if you don't want to continue doing that. Continue.
But you have to get it into something that's going to outlast inflation.
That's the other thing, which is, no, you have to, no, not outlast inflation. You mean will go with inflation. So these stocks and other paper assets don't increase with inflation
as fast.
And you have to remember, you're sending the child out 20 years. You're sending them into the future. You need an investment that will outlive you. So that for outlive you, there is no guarantee that this institution is going to outlive you. But you stand a better chance that the 4-acre land is going to outlive you. So I would force myself to find a 22,000 every month. You understand? And stop doing something else that I'm doing that's taking my 22,000 every month. Another thing you have to remember, richest man in Babylon taught us that. you have to increase your ability to earn. You have to increase your ability to earn, you know. Mm-hmm. So, with all these free investment seminars and free ways to make money and all of those things, you have to get into those things and find a way to earn more. If I really wanted to spend 500,000 Dennis though, I would have to buy underwear and resell it. Kidding not. The average woman buys underwear literally once a week. Ladies, put it in the chat. Tell me if I'm lying. If not at least once a week, once a month. When I sit in the hairdressing salon, I still have people that come around with them suitcase with all these underwear nights.
People still buy.
People still buy $100, $150. And we still, even though we don't need it, we still take our money and buy because it's nice.
I don't think you can ever have too much underwear as a woman.
No.
Marketing Solutions says,
and I used to do that, Dennis. I know.
Good evening.
So tell me, ladies, if I'm lying. That's one buy and sell thing you can do. Underwear, stockings, makeup. What else? Toiletries.
I know people sell toiletries.
Toiletries, like deodorant, perfume, lotion, hand soap, all that. Those things sell.
You have to buy them every.
And you buy them every month. You want something with them, buy every month. Wigs sell, wigs. What about wigs? I buy one almost every week. I'm here, I know me having one. So, guys, come on, Dennis. You ever take the money out and start to turn, right?
Good evening, Claudia and Tony. You have land selling in Veer, Clarendon for 10 million commercial. Where is Veer?
Says it Clarendon.
Yeah, but
Clarendon.
Is it one of the towns?
In a Clarendon.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna be in this section, you know. Here. All right, I can't search the word Veer, so how do I?
Where is Veer? Yeah, tell us which town Veer is in. Don't know. We don't know if we have any because we can't search that deep. Maybe you could put Veer in subdivision. Maybe it's a subdivision. Scroll down. All right, so I see another question popping up.
Where do I take out the one?
It's off already. Subdivision there. Yeah. Interesting. There's something up here.
Oh, it's in race course.
2.8 million, but it's not commercials. Residential.
2/3 of an acre residential lot for sale. But maybe I can go into the commercial section and look if anything is in there.
All right, everybody, keep your questions coming. We're just doing a quick search for something in Clarendon in there. Nothing.
All right. Leon is asking, Ms. Davis, what can I do if an attorney transfer a property and the seller was overseas? What can I do if an attorney transfer a property and the seller was overseas? I don't understand.
What's the question?
Was the property transferred without the seller's consent?
Was the property transferred under adverse possession? I don't understand. The only way them could have transferred is under adverse possession. And that means the seller would have been absent. Everybody, if you leave your property unattended 12 years or more, stand a chance of being adverse possessed.
And you don't know.
They don't have to tell you anything. You just take away that.
Lenny says, is it worth me joining the NHT from abroad if I wish to self-build on own land?
Well, the NHT is giving you a bill on own land money, 6.5 million. Depends. If you have the cash, I guess you would back with the cash and do it. You're only getting 6.5 million though to build. And if you're overseas and you haven't started contributing, you're gonna wait 2 years.
Like you said, you own your land already.
Yeah, which don't even make sense because the price of the things going up rapidly. So
the energy doesn't move as quickly. The benefits.
But you're gonna wait 2 years. Get it now. I wouldn't wait. If you want to build now, go ahead with cash and build.
And if you don't have the cash, just take a regular mortgage.
Yeah. You don't have the cash because NHT's interest rate is 5%. The banks are at 6.5. I wouldn't wait. I would just take the loan and build. What's the next question?
How do I view all your listings? You can tell them about your new website.
Although Tonian is still struggling with it.
It's a work in progress.
Like any new toy.
So Mom's new website is www.claudiadavis.com. ClaudiaDavisJA.com. Let me get the link and put it in the chat. So along with our YouTube page, we'll be updating our listings here.
Right, so you basically can see what we have on our own here, right? Scroll down. So right here, so we'll usually have some video. Right now we have Jamaica's video. So it will show you the new developments. So right now we're doing Oteros Country Club, the Lakers Estate, Genesis Manor. Scroll down. And you can click. You want to see all of them, you view all developments. I don't think all of them loaded yet.
No.
Only 3 loaded?
I think so, yeah.
All right. So
I think maybe Lakeside and...
Are they loaded?
Something else is missing.
All right, so click view all developments. What's that? Why does that say miles?
Right, so that's another thing we need to calculate how the distance from it is from a school, the airport, a restaurant, the beach, and a church.
If you click that, something happens?
No, so I need to calculate those distances, and when I write it in, it's going to show up how far it is from those places.
I hear you. All right. So basically, only have 3 projects. So, yeah. All right. So you can go here. We will put our farms here. Don't know if she's finished loading, but it's a work in progress, right? So right now we only have the Montpelier farm up, which is in Harty, St. Thomas. You can list your property. So if you want us to sell a property for you, you would go to list your property, type in your information and so on. I will get back to you. If you need a mortgage, you would click here, need a mortgage. And again, you complete the information and we start working to get to the mortgage. Buy. So buy if you're looking properties. So basically it's in 2 sections. It comes with the development first. The developments are at the top. And then the properties themselves should be in properties. So you have the Genesis Manor there, Mandeville. We have this house selling over 25 million. The Merivale apartment, we just got an offer on this one. Sunnyside, got an offer on this one too, but still working through it. And Tony is going through and uploading. I should go ahead. She don't finish it. Tony, why are you working so slow? Oh my, you need to get on top of the game. So this is a website, everybody. So you can Google it, ClaudiaDavisJA.com. And you can sign up. Hold on, I think. Does it have a sign up for? Yeah. So you can sign up here for the newsletter. Where's the newsletter? Or the newsletters though? We're at the bottom. I don't see that. It's sign up. Where the newsletters? What page are those on?
It used to be. I don't see it now. It used to be there. Let's get possible mortgage.
All right, so I guess you need to figure that out. Newsletters are missing in action.
No, they're here.
Oh, okay. So if you want to see what newsletters we wrote for the week, persons in our database would have gotten these. These are newsletters that I will write. I personally write newsletters. So from time to time, you can go there. You want some inspiration, you go there and read the newsletter, right? And if you sign up for the newsletter, then you will definitely get the newsletter when I do it. All right. That's a new website. It's a work in progress, guys. I'll tell you one more thing to think about. What's your channel and how you get in touch with me? Well, my number is 292-6776. Your WhatsApp 292-6776. What is the 500,000 for today? You were late, Sharisa. Teresa, that was a case study. So a gentleman had 500,000 that he got, and he wanted to know how to invest the 500,000 for his child, who is 1 year old now. So he wants to invest the 500,000 now for his 1 year old for 20 years and from now. So that's what we spoke about.
Claudia, what you think about lands in Mayday, Manchester for 4.5?
It is on one. It's on your company site. Mayday. We were out in Mandeville yesterday, no? I think we could have been near there, so too, I went to a place named New Wales, not Patrick. I think it's all that side maybe is. Well, we just sold out Newport for 3.8 to 4.5. So if those could be the prices, yes. Maybe.
Where is Mayday near? They're not seeing anything here.
I don't know. Maybe or something. I think all that side there now. Maybe. I think all that side there. Or Northern University. Or Northern Caribbean University side it is. You have to give me the MLS. Not so sure. Can WhatsApp me the MLS? Hi ladies. Hi Paul. How you doing? Have you ever been to the community Bellevue Heights? Yeah. Scroll down. Beauty. Ask me about Bellevue Heights. Spanish Town. Would you rate the area? I've been to the community Bellevue Heights. We're selling Bellica Estates here now. You have an update video for the Bellica Estates?
No.
You don't have a new video for Bellica? You have new pictures?
Anything? I have videos when they started. I think I have videos for September. I don't have any videos for October.
You have video with the roof? So bring it up. Yeah. The roof, Bellicas with roofs on.
With roofs? Are they slabs?
The slab is not a roof. Slab roof, yes. Waiting, roof only zinc. Roof is what you use to cover a house, whether the board, zinc, or concrete. Yes, I know Bellevue Heights, Spanish Town. Is the central location. Yes, it is. I used to live in Fairview Park. So Bellevue Heights is up the road from Fairview Park. Bellevue Heights is off St. John's Road. So you're coming up the road now, you have, what are the schemes again? I don't remember. But no, Fairview Park, Ebony, Frenchman Heights,
Green
Acres. Then you have Bellevue Heights, you turn left. We're actually doing a development there now called Bellica Estates. And these houses have gone to 15.5 million, 2 beds. We don't have any leave. We only have the duplex. So the other ones are 15.5. We only have the duplex units. Well, I put so much ad on the video then, man. Gosh. What is Cuban rose grounding?
It's nice though.
You can't skip it.
No, it's a non-skippable ad.
That's really good to know.
Yeah.
I mean,
usually, like, we had non-skippable, so you could just click and come off. But I noticed they've been doing these more often. All right, while we're waiting.
Yes, beauty. What are you looking for, beauty? Land or house? Can you get capital gain on stocks? No.
How much?
Stocks is either profit income or you get dividends. Capital gain is only on capital goods. Stocks is not a capital goods, but real estate is a capital good. So why they call it capital gain is because you buy it for $3 million and then you sell it back for $5 million. So your capital gain is $2 million. What's another ad? Come on, guys.
Dennis Ellis says sales sound good because most of these investment seminars send you right back to the stock market.
Dennis, think of something that you buy every month, recurring. Why, Dennis, if you even go buy egg and sell back right now, that make money.
I know, like
just go buy some egg wholesale, drop on your carrier community, sell them. Or drop off some flyers in your community and say, hey, I sell eggs and you can come to me for eggs. How much a dozen? And your friends, the community members come to your house and buy the eggs. Or if it's cheaper than in the supermarket.
Yeah, because our community farmer does that, right?
Mm-hmm. So these are the houses that we're selling now in Bellevue Heights. Mm-hmm. So as you turn left into Bellevue Heights, coming down the road, them look better than this now.
Yeah, I need to update.
You need to update.
They've gotten like windows.
Yeah, we have windows and doors and
some of them.
Mm-hmm. So, Pale boy, we're trying to hand these over by Some of them will hand over by January, and some will hand over next year. Don't click off it yet. We'll just take the quiz. Let the video run in the background. So I'm excited, everybody. I'm really excited about them. They're telling me I look forward. I think it's 60 or much. 64 persons.
Mm-hmm. No, 65.
65 persons. Then key. Looking forward to it.
Dennis says anything that targets the female population will sell.
Of course. You can sell wig, weave.
That's so true.
We're
quick to spend our money.
Yeah, so I have here piece of my head there in the video. Mm-hmm. So this is I'm describing the box. Hold on, I don't know something look.
You're very animated.
I conduct an orchestra. So I'm pointing out the living room and the dining and the kitchen and so on. So I'm selling the house and I'm pointing out the windows, how they're big and all that. All right, you have another question?
Says Lionel Town to be specific or Hayes. These places are in there. Okay, look for that. Okay, Al says, if not house flipping, which other way would you get into the property full time?
All right. I'm just going to tell you what I did. You will determine if you want to do that. Mm-hmm. Another way is construction, right? Now, how I got into construction was I was building a house for myself. The contractor said, you need more money. I'm going to say, hold on, 700,000, what kind of more money? The time the house stay like this, Tony.
Okay.
I said, make do the maths. Can't finish it. Mm-hmm. According to him, he was asking me the bank for more money. Mm-hmm. His contract was 2.6. He wanted $1 million more to finish it. And he just reached this when he said the 2.6 done. Yeah. This was 2000. So I told the bank, listen, I'll take it over. I will finish it. And I did. So I found the tiler, the plumber, the carpenter, I'm finding everybody. Finished the house for 700,000. I said, hold on. So that's how I did it. And then, of course, from there I went on to construction schools. I did go to Hart and did level 1 and 2 in construction. Did some plumbing to Tony and did level 1 and 2 plumbing as well. And we did construction. So basically, construction is the other way to get in. You buy the land, you do your blueprint, you build the house, and you sell it if you want. Or you rent it if you want.
But now that we're saying that, I'm wondering if we could find projects that are like this, as in the houses are unfinished like this, and then flip them.
You mean if the house is only reach concrete stage?
Yeah, like this.
With no roof?
Or maybe they can have on a roof like how this is slapped already.
But them still on top dollar.
Yeah, but I think it's you can negotiate it better because hardly anybody's gonna take on a house like this.
If it have on a roof, let me take it on. Because the bank will lend it. If it don't have on a roof now. But I don't like when it don't have on a roof because the concrete get rotten. The rain and all of that rotten up the concrete because it need to cover and seal up.
Right.
And your steel work rotten and all kind of crazy things happen. Tie it them block and whatever. So if I was gonna do that, I'd still prefer from scratch.
From scratch.
Yeah. Buy the land that way I know what I'm doing, I know what I get in. So if not flipping, getting in full time would be construction, but you have to go learn some things now. I still the same thing. I need a team, I need the money.
Yeah, but maybe do a smaller construction too. Like this. Not
a big construction. So those are some 2 beds or some 1 beds. Like this. Yeah, as Tony says. So if not flipping, then do construction. Tony, you could do construction. Our construction take long. Black and sea construction.
I put you in the sun too much.
But Tony don't like the sun. I don't mind it, but it is to do the flip is more intense in that you're under pressure with the time to do the flip, right? So you're under pressure. You're under pressure like a 6 weeks pressure. Hardware, this, that. Get this together, call this man, come, you have to come to this no one, whatever. With the build, it's a little more, the process, little more gradual process. You're not so around all the time. But you realize your money later too.
Yeah, but you realize more money.
You should realize more money if you
you flip. Yeah,
you should realize.
No, I'm not like more money, but like the profit margin is more.
Or another way, if you have money now. So let me tell you another way. So that's one way. You go find the land and build. The other way is to find a developer and buy their houses in phase 1. So a developer like Gore, a developer like Chemtech, a developer like Wicon.
Big developers.
That
went to all 5 phases.
Yeah. And you buy a phase 1, and then when you wait until them reach phase 5, and then you would have realized that the houses have gone up in price. Because the same developer is moving his price as he goes along. So by the time he gets to phase 5, the price would have gone up. So you just sit on your house in phase 1, and when the price go up,
maybe go rent it for 3 years.
Yeah, maybe rent it for 2 years, 3 years, depending on how long they're in the project. And then you can sell if you want. But again, you always have to find the property. Right? So that's it. That's another way to get in. Follow a developer. So pick any one of them and follow them. Anywhere them go put up a scheme, you follow them. How can I line out town? Okay. What else? Miss Davis, I have 2 million in Jane Bank, saving for my deposit. What could I do with it not to buy the house until if you're not going to buy the house until September 2020?
Maybe they're
But aren't we in 2021?
Yeah, maybe it's 2022, you're saying? Maybe it's 2022. Maybe it's next year.
But why are you waiting until September 22 to buy a house? I have 2 million. Janice, why are you doing that? You have 2 million in the bank now. Why are you going to wait till 2022 when the price have gone through the roof? It is not worth me joining NHT if I wish to build on old land and I'm abroad.
Right, we answered that already.
Answered that already. Okay. What's a good stock traders? That I don't know. How can I get in touch with you guys? 876-292-6776. 876-292-6776. Are you familiar with the location? Yeah, we just answered that. The problem out there is when you find the land, the vendor don't want to do business with NHT. Is that so? Why? Why they don't want to business with NHT? Them say NHT take too long. I can't imagine. They do take. You would die of hunger waiting on National Housing Trust.
Not really.
Not. You're just like that. Are you familiar? Or are you trying to get back?
Yeah, it's still jumping. Kendrick, there are some new apartments in Red Hills Road, Jewel of Sinclair, 35 million. Is it worth it based on the area?
Don't know it. Red Hills Road, I have no clue. Stockbrokers. I used to use MVL stockbrokers. Jamaica money market brokers are stockbrokers. I used to use MVL stockbrokers when I was into stocks. Barita Investments are stockbrokers. All of those. I gave you 3 already. All of them have websites too. Go on the websites. Hello, ladies. Is it wise to purchase a house for 10 million? Then can answer the rest of the question. That's Steve asking. I don't know Jewel of Sinclair. 35 million. New apartments. What are they? 1 beds? 2 beds? What? The transfer have his name. I understand. You still not answer the question.
The transfer have his name, but he was not in Jamaica. Just found out the issue. Can I reverse it?
You have to tell us, Leon, what's up, man? Tell me the story properly.
Yeah.
What's the name of the new website? ClaudiaDavisJA.com. He doesn't need to be in Jamaica and could also sign the transfer overseas. They send the transfer documents to him and him sign it. So he doesn't have to be in Jamaica for transfer to happen. Once he signs and he notarized, he can transfer. I wonder if the 500,000 could add a room, bathroom, and kitchen to my house and then rent it out. A room, a bathroom, and a kitchen. Ouch.
Maybe,
Maybe if you have family who in the trade.
Yeah, maybe if you have somebody to cover some of the like maybe the electrical or the plumbing.
The most expensive part of that is the roof.
You put a light roof on it, that might blow up.
Light roof, like zinc. The most expensive part would be the roof. Not even a block and steel going up. But you're talking about a 10 by 10. So you're going to calculate it now. So a 10 by 10.
You can't, a 10 by 10
is 40 feet going wrong.
But a 10 by 10 can't hold bathroom and kitchenette.
Let's say a room at 10 by 10. And you put another 5 and go across 10. So that's 15 by 10. 15 feet on one side. So you have the bathroom and the kitchenette on one side, and the rest of the 10 by 10 on the room.
That's like a
so
studio.
It's 15 that way. So 2 sides of the 15. So that's 15, that's 30, and 2 sides of the 10, that's 20. So that's 50 feet. So that's 50, and the height is 9 times 9. There's 450 square feet times 1.5.
That take into account windows and door openings.
1.125. So what did I say? 50 times 9. That's the height. And the running foot is 50 times 1.125. So the block of 506. So 500 block can do it. How much for a block? That don't take into account windows and doors. That's just me running the running foot.
How much for block? 100?
And then block of 120. 500 block times 120. That's 60,000 for the blocks.
Maybe another 100,000 for the mason.
And then we need cement. We need steel from the foundation. Maybe the 500 pound by the material. Steel on 175,000 a ton. So maybe the 5 you probably need volts. Can work on steel quickly. So the steel work for the 60 running feet. So here it is now. The steel is 16 inches on center, guys. So what that means is every 16 inches you have a steel standing up in the air, right? So the matting is going to be 3 matting, and it's going to be 18. Trend going to be 18 wide. But that's not what you need to know. You need to know the running foot. So the running foot is what? 30 plus 20, 50. So 50 feet I run around this trench times 3 steel are running at the trench. That's 150 feet of steel. And you divide that by 29 because the steel length is 29 feet. So you need 5 lengths of steel running at the trench and go around. All right, how much steel you need to stand up in the air? And that's just for the wall bars. Still 50 running feet. I'm not taking out the columns are not like that yet. So it's 50 for the running feet. And you're going to need 16 inch per center, but 15 times 12, because 12 inches to the foot. Divide that by 16. So I'm going to need 37, call it 38 bars standing up, guys. I hope you're following me. We need 38 bars standing up. All right, follow me back. So it's 50 running feet times 12 because you want to bring it to inches. Because each bar must be 16 inches on center, meaning 16 inches apart. Right? So you bring it to inches by multiplying the 50 by 12 and you get 600 inches. Divide that by 16 and you get 37.5 bars. Let's call it 38 bars. The 38 bars standing up. The bars are 29 and we cut the bar in a 2 and put it on. That way it go through the beam and everything, right? So let's call this 38 and let's divide this. Each bar now is times. So you need 38 of them times each bar is 14.5 feet. Because the bar come in 28 and 29 in length and we divide it by 2, guys. So you actually need 551 running feet. So divide that by 29, you need 19. You only need 19 lengths. How much we say you need? 5, so that's 25. So quarter ton of steel can do it. And 25 divided by 4, 31. Quarter ton of steel, which are 32 length, roughly. 32 length of steel. How much is that? I mean, so the steel at 175 a ton. I see so them divided by 125, so 101 goes to 4 times, how much steel is that? 25? Yeah. Or 30? No, 25 plus 5. Now I'm 35,000. So the block of 50, the steel, so
they're under 35 already.
Yeah, I think the material is gonna be, plus you're gonna need cement, plus I don't calculate the columns, footing on the column. You understand? So
it couldn't finish it. Could just block it up.
The material, 500,000 can buy the material, definitely. Because you're gonna need sand, maybe 10 yards of sand, 10 yards of gravel, quarter ton of steel. That'll just for no, you need about half ton of steel if you ever slab it. Because if you ever slab it, you're gonna need more.
Then it says my brother is a builder and I can do the plumbing work.
Yeah, man. So your material, I'm gonna run it to 500. Suppose you can do it.
That's not a bad option then for the child's investment.
No, it's not. But you're gonna need more things like fixtures.
Yeah, but you already put in $22,000 per month.
So you can use that to put in the fixtures over maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
But I use that to buy the fixtures. So
and then collect back the rent.
And collect back the rent. So how much you gonna rent for? About 15? So if you put in
15?
How much you gonna rent for a month?
Depends on where it is still.
Alright, let us say if you put in 600,000, divide that by 20,000 a month for the rent. That'll take you 30 months to collect it back. Divide that by 12. 2.5 years. That's not bad.
For $600,000.
For $600,000.
And you can increase the rent every year.
Yeah. Not a bad option, Dennis. That's actually a good suggestion to you, if that is assuming you already have the property.
Yeah, he said add on to it.
Yes, so add on. You use the 500 to add on, and that's not bad, Tony. That's not bad. You could have do that too. I don't have a room for Xander rent it too. Call it Xander room. And then take the rent. But when you do the rent every month now, you still can't move the rent in the bank. You still have to do something with it. Same buy and sell come into play. Till you get back an next 500 or whatever. Yeah.
But I prefer this because instead of constantly buying and selling, I can just collect my 30 or whatever every month.
Yeah, Dennis, so that's not a bad option. I like that option. Janice, Miss Davis, if you use to borrow through NHT before you leave Jamaica, you only have to contribute for 1 year to qualify for the loan. Yes. Squaddy says, yes, Miss Williams. Yes, only 1 year to chauffeur. You have to contribute for. Rent would be minimum 20,000 a month here where I live, right? Mm-hmm. It's 20 I'd work at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then so the money that you spend, so let us say you spend 700, 600 overall, you divide that by 20,000. You see how many months you would need to collect the rent to collect back your money. Mm-hmm. Is it a case where I can join with someone else? Yes, I can. You can always join with one other person who contributes to NHT who don't own a house or have their name and a title. All right, that's the last question for the evening.
Yeah,
just about. So what we learned today, that real estate is a good option for long-term investing.
That 500,000 can do a lot of things.
Yeah, Dennis just actually brought it up late in here now. Mm-hmm. So who stayed on to the end actually got that lesson that the 500,000, I should probably go do a calculation. I don't know if I can do it this week and bring it next week.
The actual figures.
The actual numbers.
To get, I don't know, 15 by 10 studio.
Yeah. I see what that would look like in terms of how much money you would need, really. Mm-hmm. And that would just be material, maybe not labor, because a lot of you have the labor in you already. Mm-hmm. Like Dennis says.
But maybe work out both.
But labor can vary so far and wide.
Oh, yeah.
It varies. But the material cost can be a little bit constant. Eh?
But we hope.
We hope. All right, everybody. Tony, have anything else you wanted to share? All right, so we shared the book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. The best part of the book for me was chapter 2. Probably bring up something on it next week for you. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Rough week. We have a rough week ahead of us as well. But I do hope that you are all up to the challenge. And remember to spend your money on things that will outlive you.
Yes.
That's key. Spend the money. As Dennis is saying now, to do the addition, that addition will outlive him. As a matter of fact, his children will still benefit from him just doing that one room addition. They will still benefit, right? So is it a case where we answered that question already, right? Oh yeah, Monica is saying great Sunday evening. All right. Thank you, Monica, and thank you everyone for staying with us through the entire
bye, everyone.
2 hours. So bye. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Great weekend. Finish a great weekend.
Oh, weekend is over. It's work time. But we worked every day this week.
We have, which is why I'm feeling the burn here now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.